Hey everyone, it's Cindy Kennedy with this week's Mojo Boost. Are you asking for what you need? This is something that you will hear me say many, many times, and there's a reason for it. Too often we get caught up in getting frustrated that we're not being given the context that we need. Frustrated that our needs aren't being met, personally, professionally, frustrated that nobody sees what we're doing, frustrated that nobody knows exactly what's going on with us, frustrating that people are making assumptions of what we know and what we don't know, or what we're capable of and what we're not capable of. And so when I ask the question, have you asked? Often, a lot of my coachees will say, no. Just think about it. Any area of frustration for you, and come on, we all have them to varying degrees. Sometimes they're just those little niggly things. Other times they're pretty large frustrations. But regardless, they're stories that we have in the head. They're the scenarios that we play out in our day, things that happen that day, things that have been happening or gosh, happened like a month ago. But they play out in our head. And usually that means that either a need wasn't being met, or there was something that we needed to say and experience ourselves in a certain way that we actually didn't step into. And that means we needed to use our voice. So one of the best ways to do this is to ask yourself, what is it I need to ask? Do you need to ask your partner, how's this relationship going? Are you feeling supported by me? Do you need to ask for more communication? Do you need to ask for someone to say some certain things to you for you to feel appreciated? What is it? At work, a lot of times we can find that there feels like there's a lot of assumptions of what we know, and we can actually get a little scared to ask. We just kind of assume, yep, okay, I know it, sure. And then you leave the room thinking, honestly, I really don't know, but I'm too scared to ask. Thinking that asking is going to show up as though you honestly have no idea what you're talking about. And honestly, at the end of the day, it is the most empowering thing to ask for what you need, even if that asking is to be given knowledge that you don't have. That is absolutely not showing you up to be a failure. It is complete achievement language. This is something I don't know, and I want to know it. So I'm going to ask you, please share it with me. Share how the process goes. Share what the expectations are. Or we go into meetings and we don't really know what the expectations are. Let's ask. Okay, we're all here together. Let's just get really clear. What are we here for? Ask the question. That puts you in an incredibly powerful role for others and also for yourself. One of the things that we all need is clarity. Just think about it. How often in your life, when you get into the uncertain, gray times in our life, which happens a lot, we feel tension and possibly a certain level of anxiety or worry. And why is that? Because we don't have clarity. Now, some of it's just trust. We've got to build the trust that things will work out. We won't always have the answers in the moment. However, there's the other side of it that we can influence, and that is getting clarity. So if there is something you do not know, or if there is something you are faking because you are too scared to ask, do yourself a favor and ask. If you don't feel like you're in a safe environment, ask someone who you do feel safer with, a mentor, a colleague that you trust, someone. You need to get to the place where you know that you deserve to have the clarity that you seek. And we're always going from disempowerment to empowerment. That's the space where we actually feel like we can influence our lives, that we're creating our lives. It just isn't being created for us and we're just plodding along. Ask the question and give yourself that gift. So that's my thought of the day. That's a little mojo boost for the day. Ask. You deserve it. Get the clarity you want. And watch how things are going to shift, because I know they will.